don't like. You wanted to change me, but you never knew me.
You saw what was left behind, not everything that broke inside. I used to be somebody else before the darkness came, and somewhere underneath it all I still remember that name, the one that cost me all the pain. In the mirror and feel uncomfortable with what I see. I can't sleep, I'm awake and lost in thought until dawn. And every breath feels hard to take, no direction, no desire, just another day to fake. I keep moving, keep pretending, but I don't feel alive. Another day I've made it through, but what's the point if I survive? You all said, just get up, you're making too much of this, but you never saw the walls that keep me where I tried to climb, I tried to rise, finally trying to be myself again without this darkness inside. One broken step at a time, then came your words, and the ladder breaks. I'm not the person that you want me to be. I'm fighting wars that you'll never say. You call it weakness, I call it surviving. I fall apart, but I'm still alive. I'm not gone just because I'm not the same. And when the darkness calls my name, I'll search for a light that doesn't come from you.
I'll stay here,
even when I don't know why. Then you said go get some help, so I walked through that door in the hope of change. They lock my demons in a cage, but they still exist underneath it all. The pills made everything quieter, sometimes they made me numb, and all the anger I had buried finally started to come undone. And all you know it all, motherfucker, saw was you're still not changing, like I was some broken machine that needed fixing. But I'm not your project, I'm not here for your comfort. I have the right to break, I have the right to heal. You want me to function? I'm not dead, I'm just a zombie, and everyone keeps waiting for the resurrection of broken human. Someone who isn't worth allowed to feel bad anymore, just to make the other person's feelings more comfortable. Even when I genuinely tried to be in a good mood, even though it took a lot of energy, in the end you told me I was exaggerating and overreacting. That really hurt because I was already trying my best. No, it was an attempt to climb the ladder inside me, but those words cut me like knives, leaving behind new wounds, and the ladder collapsed beneath me.
I wanna feel alive.
I only wanna feel alive. I'm not the person that you want me to be. I'm fighting wars that you'll never see. You call it weakness, I call it surviving. I fall apart, but I'm still alive. Not gone just because I'm not the same. And when the darkness calls my name, I'll search for
There's a piece of me that never disappeared, not healed, not perfect, not who I used to be, but here, and maybe for tonight, that's enough. I'm not the person that you want me